It's 7 a.m. We're up bright and early. We're in Chicago, and today I thought I would film another what I eat in a day when I'm traveling with a focus on protein. These videos have been actually really helpful for me too, to just be a little bit more mindful, because I think it is tricky to get your protein in when you travel as a vegan. So I shared another video like this when I was last in New York, and similarly today I'm going to share a couple of tips and tricks, just things that I do to make it a little bit easier to get protein in. And of course, I think it's always important to keep in mind flexibility when you're traveling, because part of travel for me is the enjoyment of food and trying new things. So we'll see how we do today. It's a little bit of an added challenge because I'm not as familiar with Chicago, haven't been here in over 6 years, and I don't have a kitchen access, so things are very different. This is a lot more realistic in terms of what a trip would look like if you're going somewhere and you don't kind of live there, because New York for me is kind of like that. So first up today, we're gonna go for a little run. I'm gonna make a matcha latte to start the day, surprise, surprise, and then we'll start the day. So I ordered ice yesterday, but this is what they gave me today, like this giant bucket. I'm not complaining, I just feel like it's a little bit of a waste because I'm only gonna use enough for like a cup of matcha. Kind of love it. We're using some leftover almond milk from yesterday that I stored in the fridge. I kind of wish I had soy milk today because the extra boost of protein would be kind of nice. Soy milk is about 8 grams of protein per cup, which is incredible. But we've got almond milk today. And of course, our matcha. So just a few minutes into the run, it started raining pretty badly. Thank goodness I had this hoodie on me. I was gonna go to this protein bar smoothie place, and I thought that because of the name, I had a pretty good chance of getting a great protein smoothie there. But because the rain was so bad, I ended up actually popping into an Equinox, and they had these smoothie shops called Body Energy Club. So opted to get that instead. Honestly, the rain was coming down so badly that I don't know what happened to the audio of my camera. I'm wondering if some water got into the mic or something, because for the next couple of clips, the sound was completely muffled. But I really love a smoothie option, especially when I'm traveling, because you can get some greens in, some protein in, some fruit. Sometimes you don't always eat the best when you travel, so honestly a smoothie was ideal, and we found a spot. Let me show you what I got. The smoothie that I ended up picking was called the Raspbutter smoothie, which I think was made with raspberries, obviously, some almond butter. I added spinach and a vegan vanilla protein powder. I think that there are also bananas in here, but it was a pretty simple ingredient list, and honestly was really, really delicious. It hit the spot. It was so refreshing, and the size of the smoothie was also pretty great. Most cities do have some kind of smoothie bar available, so if you can find one and they have a vegan protein, you pretty much are good to go. Throw some veggies in there for bonus points. Time to grab a quick matcha. This cafe is really cute, also recommended by a friend, and it's very pink. And then we're gonna go ahead to film. So I have my tripod with me and a bag full of all things matcha. The cafe is so cute. Matcha's decent. This is probably the best matcha I've had so far in Chicago. Very cute interior more than anything. I also totally messed up, and the spot that I wanted to go to for lunch is only open for dinner. So I don't have a lunch option. I have a protein bar in my bag, thank goodness. But luckily my appetite is kind of all over the place because I don't think my body knows what time zone we're on. So it's all good. Not ideal, but all good. I was just talking about how on the way here, my lunch plan fell through because they're only open for dinner, and we got some nice protein. So sweet potato rice, perfect amount of spice, and now we're gonna film. And we're on the same wavelength because I was thinking it was gonna be a lot of caffeine on very little food, but we're gonna film now. Just ate one of these, the Nugo peanut butter dark chocolate crunchy bars. I really like these when I travel. And then I had a bunch of these pretzel crackers that I discovered at Whole Foods this morning, and I Love this. This is so yummy. Kind of went overboard because I'm about to go to dinner and I hope I have an appetite for dinner. But I've had a pretty active day, so I feel like my body is just like needing more fuel today. We're gonna head to dinner at this restaurant called Bloom Plant-Based Kitchen. It was highly recommended and I'm really excited. I did look at the menu in advance and there weren't too many protein obvious items on the menu, meaning I didn't really see too many tofu entrees. There were a lot more veggie based dishes and like pastas and pizzas and flatbreads. But I think I know what I'm gonna order. What I'm even more excited about is this ice cream spot that like 4 people have recommended me now. So that's the plan for today. There's no more rain. I'm gonna wear a jacket though because I feel like it's getting a little chilly. And I'll see you guys at the restaurant. I'm a little nervous to solo dine because I feel like the spot isn't as casual as like the sushi spot that I went to in Colorado. And yeah, I do it all the time, but I guess it's just one of those things that gets easier with practice. And it's been a little bit since I've really traveled super solo and had to like eat at a restaurant alone, but it's one of my favorite things to do because you can just order exactly what you want. I think it just gets awkward because of filming but it's okay. I'm gonna do it for you guys and we're gonna face our fears today. I'm also feeling super high anxiety today. I don't know what that's about, but it's impacting my appetite a lot. And I know I've talked about this in previous What I Eat in a Day videos, but it's kind of weird. What happens is I use exercise as a coping mechanism or for anxiety relief. And so the more anxious I am, usually the more active I am at the gym or like working out, running, and then it impacts my appetite. But at the same time, it kind of dulls my appetite. And so what I end up doing is physically stressing out my body more, which isn't helpful when your body's already stressed out. But it happens. We just gotta keep moving. And I really want to make the most of my time in Chicago. So I am gonna go to the restaurant, even though half of me feels like I really don't want to go. And it sounds very nice and tempting to just get into bed and stay there for the rest of the day. The only way out is through. So we're doing it. And if you're feeling anxious, I see you and I'm sending you lots of love. I think sometimes, you know, we see people's lives on social media and I'm guilty of this too, but we tend not to highlight the parts where we're feeling shitty and negative maybe. Personally don't always love to include it because I feel like it's the opposite of uplifting. But in reality, I think it's a good reminder that we're all human and we all go through shit sometimes. And right now is one of those moments for me. So I'm gonna take you guys to eat with me and we're gonna do this. I really don't wanna go. But I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Girl, I mean? Dinner was really good. Now we're gonna do a little walk. It's like a 17-minute walk, but perfect for after dinner. And we're gonna go get some ice cream to end the day. Here's my ice cream. Look at how good that looks. We've got vanilla soft serve, miso caramel, and peanuts. I wish I could taste the miso more, but I did ask for a light drizzle of miso caramel. Listen guys, I'm not even an ice cream girl, so when I tell you that ice cream is good, it's really good. I have never been more ready for bed. I'm gonna hop in the shower so I can go to sleep. But that's basically it for today. I'm actually still so full. I'm in a bit of a food coma, but I did really like that ice cream spot. I should have gotten a small, but I love a cone, so had to get the cone option. And overall, I think I did pretty well protein-wise. I'd say this was a pretty realistic day in terms of what a travel day would look like. But if I'm being real, the things on my list to eat tomorrow are not very protein specific because it's my last day in Chicago. I can't emphasize enough that every single day of food looks different, and What I Eat in a Day videos are great, and my What I Eat in a Day videos are always just examples for meal inspiration. Ready for bed, and I'll see you in another video soon.